monsoon season and it's humid, it's wet, it's sweaty, the skin is sometimes dry, it's sometimes oily. A lot of problems, yet also the start of the wedding season, which means a lot of outing, functions, places to go to, weddings to attend. Let's work on something easy to do and easy to carry off for a lunch outing, and then we build up for an evening look. So Khushbu has decided to be my model. We have prepped Khushbu's face. We have applied just a very light base. The main key for the monsoon season look is that you keep it simple, you keep it minimal. So we've just brushed across a little bit of compact. For a day look, we now start a little work on the eyes. Again, very soft tones, nothing too blingy, nothing too shiny. Working with very neutral pink tones, generally a very safe tone to work off during the day. A very light brush across the eyelid. We always start center because that's where we want most concentration of color. And as your color fades on the brush, you start moving that upwards and inwards. In terms of shadow for me during the day, this should be more than enough. We now work with an element of liner. If it is a more day traditional look, we can choose to work quite traditional with a slight wing. If it is a lunch, casual, church wedding, outing like that, then we work with soft, toned down brown shades because they're not sharp, they're not in the face, and they go with the serene and the calm feel of the occasion you're going for. Starting just a very soft grey tone. As I said, this can just be built up. Creating just a little element of a wing. Khushbu is going for a traditional Indian wedding. Techniques like using a credit card right against that point to give yourself the right wing work well. It's eventually about what you're comfortable with. It is not necessary to do an upper line and a lower line both all the time. Sometimes you can create variations for yourself by doing a very thick upper line and barely doing the lower line, just adding a little bit of the corner, doing just a very thick lower line, a very superficial upper line, playing with variations of colors on the upper line. If you don't want to do shadow and just work with that spark of color in the liner for the upper line and a little kohl on the underneath, even that works. So we've just done a little element of liner on the underneath. Any eyeliner tends to smudge. One of the best techniques I've learned to try and avoid smudging of the lower line is to use your mascara on the lower lashes as well. It completely prevents the liner from bleeding out. Mascara is again something you need to get a very steady hand with. Khushbu has beautiful long lashes, barely needs any mascara. This is how you line your lower lashes. If you're powdering the under eye area when you're applying the eyeshadow, nothing like applying a little powder to the lashes as well. It almost becomes like a little bit of a primer, which helps to make the mascara line much darker and gives your eyes a much wider look. Lipstick options can be soft peachy tones, very soft pink tones, mauve, soft browns. These are excellent shades to work with. You can just work with a gloss with a little element of color to it. All this works great for a day look. Going with a very soft mauve tone. I prefer to top this up with gloss to just add that little dewy look. To me, this is just the right amount of shine on the lips, and I think for a day look, this is just about as much as I would think somebody should wear. So for the hair, let's work with something slightly traditional, since we had said that she's going for a traditional Indian wedding. Braids are really in. They have been for a while and they continue to be very in. We're just going to do a technique where we braid two sides of the head to create almost a halo around the front of the head, working with a slight diagonal section that you start with, and simply taking two sections, twisting, taking next section, adding it, twisting again, taking the next section, adding it, twisting again. Keep it loose, keep it delicate. How tightly you pin this up will decide how soft it ends up looking. Similar pattern on the other side. That's all you need to have yourself a nice traditional day look. The same thing can be entwined into a neat low bun if you want to play it like that. But I think it's more fun and young with just a little bit of hair coming through on the front. Alternatively, a lot of eyeliner pencils now come with a soft smudging bucket.